Hey foodies, thanks for watching. I want to show you how to make a fruit Platz. This is a really versatile dessert or cake, and you can put pretty much any fruit that you want on top. And we're going to start with the base, and we're going to move on from there. So I'm going to put my all-purpose flour in there, and I'm using Frankie's gluten-free all-purpose flour blend. It works cup for cup, measure for measure, however you want to word it, it works great. And then I'm going to put in my sugar, my salt, and my baking powder. And I'm just going to mix that up, just that it's combined. Okay, and I'm just going to move my milk over here. Next, I want to add my softened butter. And I want to cut this in. And you can use a pastry cutter, or you can just use a fork. And I'm going to use a fork today, just to show you how easy it is to make this recipe. You can see the flour is coating the butter and is turning the butter into little tiny pea-sized pieces, and that's what you're looking for. I'm almost done. All right, so now I want to add my vanilla and my milk. And I'm still going to stir this in with my fork. You can see it slowly incorporating. Okay, and then I'm going to add in little by little my whisked egg. There's that. Let's add that. And I'm doing my egg in thirds. Okay, and I'm going to switch to my spatula. So I'm going to clean off my fork. Get as much of that dough off of the fork because I don't want to lose any of it. There we go. And the last of my egg. Make sure it's really well combined. That's looking nice. Okay, so I have an 8-inch or a 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter pan. I've lined it with parchment paper, and I'm going to scrape my batter into the pan. And then I'm going to spread it out a little bit. So we'll get the last of this dough, or batter I should say. There we go. And let's spread this out. That's looking nice. So now I'm just going to set that aside. I want to mix in my crumble topping. And it's almost exactly the same thing that we're going to do. We're putting in the flour, the sugar, the baking powder. I'm going to mix that up. And then we've got softened butter again. And that goes in. Grab my spatula. There we go. I'm just going to cut that in. And this is just going to get sprinkled on top once we add the fruit. This isn't taking long at all. I think I'm going to switch to my fingers. And all I'm doing is I'm squishing it a little bit with my fingers. There we go. And you can see it's clumped together quite nicely. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. And then I have some strawberries, because it's strawberry season for me right now. And you can use frozen fruit as well. And I'm going to put some fruit on top. That looks about right. I've cut a little extra fruit for garnish. And for me to have a little bowl of it. Okay, and then we take the crumble topping, we crumble this right on top. Nice and easy. And this is going to go into my preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius for approximately 30 to 35 minutes. We'll see you in a minute. This smells so good. This Mennonite fruit Platz smells and looks absolutely delightful, and I can't wait to sink my teeth into it. It ended up taking about 40 minutes in my oven. Your oven might be slightly different, so do keep an eye on it. I started at 25 minutes and then went to 30, 35, and then 40, and I waited until it had this nice golden brown top just to make sure that it was perfectly done. So let's cut into it. And it slices really nicely. There. See if I can wiggle this out a little bit. The first one never comes out very well. Oh, I need a plate. Let me get a plate. There we go.
feel like I'm doing surgery on this first one. There we go. That came out pretty well. Just a little tiny piece that didn't come out. Oh my goodness, that smells good. Look at the inside of that. Looks lovely, fluffy. Now let's just add some strawberries. Just a little bit of a garnish. This is why I had extra strawberries. And I think a dollop of whipped cream. And then, the moment of truth, we need to try it. So I'm going to try it without whipped cream or anything. Mmm. Mmm. Soft and melty. Mmm. Little bits of caramel bits. Mmm. The bottom of the cake is even a little toasty. So there's even toasty bits, toasty notes about it, which really is lovely. That is a really nice fruit Platz. If you're looking for the recipe, you can visit glutenfreeguy.ca. You can also follow me on any of these social media channels. And coming up next is this. Thanks for watching.